Top Tier Show.
Hey guys, once again, thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Top Tier Show. We got a pretty special episode today. We're going to be talking about some of the up and coming movies that we think are going to perform well this summer, which I think is going to be really, really interesting summer, especially with some of the releases that already come out and some that are expected to draw in within the next coming weeks. Again, my name is Roger your host, and I'm joined again by the awesome Mr. Sam Garcia.
Hello, everybody out there. Summer's coming. Need to have that summer bod ready to go. Drinking that 6 packs of beer all day.
Yeah, you have at it. You drink one for me. I'm taking a break.
That's the worst idea ever.
Yeah, it is the worst idea. Not mine though.
The lady's got you down.
No, it's not. I would admit if it was the lady.
I'm not so sure you would.
Yeah, I would. Just nothing holds me back except me. Nothing holds me back but me.
All right.
But I think this is gonna be a special episode because we even talked about this a little bit before the day before. We were talking about
AKA yesterday.
Yeah, AKA yesterday. We're talking about estimating the release of Wonder Woman and also what was the other movie?
Cars 3 versus Despicable Me 3. I say Despicable Me 3 is gonna have a bigger box office weekend. Yeah. The weekend starting box office than Cars 3. Roger believes that Cars 3 will beat out Despicable Me.
And I think it's because Cars 3, it's the third of a franchise, and usually when it goes on that long, you're kind of already getting out of it. But from the trailers and the tone of this, I think they're going for a different approach. I think it's a more realistic, better approach. I think the trailers look better, and I think it has a much deeper story to tell besides the other two, or just Nader going, "Hey guys," I think it's got more substance, and so I think it's gonna be better.
For sure, I think it has more substance. But Despicable Me 3 has fucking Minions, dude.
I think
kids love dude. The Minions movie made $115 million opening weekend, and then Despicable Me 2 made like $83 million.
Yeah, but
that's way more than Cars 2 and the first Cars did. They did like 60.
Yeah, but the people that actually attributed to that number, who went to actually go saw it, they're actually not proud that they contributed to that number. They're not saying, "Yeah, I was the one that helped push that movie forward." You know, that everybody's trying to get away from the Minions, and I understand that. But anyways, we have a side bet going on. One that I believe that Wonder Woman is going to open up, and we're talking domestic only, U.S. box office for that one weekend,
opening weekend.
So U.S. only. We're not contributing international numbers. So we have a side bet where I believe Wonder Woman is going to open over 100 million, which is pretty deep. I mean, it's estimated to run about 60-70, at the high 60-70. And then, so my bet is it's going to open over 100 million, and you say under 100 mil.
I say it's going to be under 100 mil. It's probably going to live around 80.
Yeah, so I gotta, I'm just going to be watching that movie over and over.
I don't even think it's going to make 90.
You know,
but that's not the bet.
Yeah, so. that's not the bet. And then also the Cars 3. I think Cars 3 is going to outperform Despicable Me 3. So it's the battle of the trequels on that one.
That's right.
So so besides that, we're going to be discussing the movies that are going to be coming out. Hopefully the movies that you have your eye on this summer, and I think it's a pretty interesting list this summer. I think last year's summer was really, really good, but it just didn't deliver. It was pretty disappointing overall, in my opinion. I think this year has potential of being better, but it could land pretty flat. And right now we're in technically the third week into the summer, and we've had a few movies come out: Alien Covenant and Guardians of the Galaxy, which we've already talked about those. And
I'm surprised that King Arthur bombed.
Yeah,
I wanted to see it. I actually didn't see that. I contributed to that bomb too,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, I'm the reason why it bombed.
I'm the reason why. People like me who like Guy Ritchie just didn't go because they're like, let me just wait for it.
Yeah.
Wait for it on DVD or something, or Blu-ray or 4K.
Yeah, well, don't blame yourself too much. There's, 95% of us didn't go see it. But, yeah, so we're going to be going through some of those movies, and we actually made a list of the top 7 movies that we believe are going to perform well this summer. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little countdown. We're gonna go from 7 to 1. So we're leading up to our number 1 movie of the summer that's going to be performing best in this box office. Now we're doing domestic only, and we're not saying these are going to be the best movies, and we're not saying these are going to be the best critically accepted movies or like widely accepted through a general audience. We're saying that numbers wise, money wise, monetarily the best. These movies are going to be doing the best, and so a lot of these are going to be big time franchises you're used to. You know what? And we might have a sleeper hit in there, and hopefully it will come in, do big numbers, such like Central Intelligence did last year. So you just never know. And even Boss Baby this year, if it was released out during the summer, that would be a pretty big surprise. But Boss Baby. Yeah, Boss Baby.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know.
The only thing I've seen of it is like of a cartoon baby sitting in front in a suit, sitting in front of like a white background. And I feel like that there's no story there, and I don't even want to watch it. Why would I want to watch it?
You summed it up, but I mean, I wouldn't mind checking it out. I want to give it a chance, but it just was at the time. It just wasn't a priority for me to watch it. So maybe one of these days I'll catch it. But okay, so again, guys, we're gonna go through a list here for.
I kind of want to go through the bombs too.
What?
To the summer bombs?
No, we're gonna get to the bombs.
All right.
So after we're done making our list, we're gonna go back and we're gonna kind of make predictions as to what's gonna flop and what's gonna win. And we could talk about movie wise things that people aren't talking about, movies that are coming out that are flying other people's radars.
Yeah.
So
being overshadowed by other things.
Yeah, exactly. Not everything can be Transformers and Wonder Woman, kind of thing.
Right.
So okay, again, so he's gonna give his 7, 6, and then we're gonna go and give our number 5s, 4, 3, and then we're gonna go and switch off between 2 and 2 and 1, 1, and then go to our number 1 movie. So Sammy, what did you choose for your number 7 and number 6 movies for this summer?
Number 7, I chose Cars 3.
Cars 3. Oh wow.
I chose it.
It's pretty low.
It's pretty low. I say it's gonna make maybe 70 million opening weekend. Like I said before, I think people are just kind of tired of the Cars series. When Cars 1 came out, like kids were 10 years old, and now how old are they now? They're like in their late teens now, and they don't really want to see that anymore. I don't know. I feel like the characters have been played out already, and even the first two, not that that sounds like it's gonna go do bad. It's gonna do phenomenal, but it's not gonna be above like anything else. That's why it's my last one.
I agree, and I think the team over at Pixar and John Lasseter, they got that, especially with the second movie. It didn't perform so well, didn't really get a good reception with audiences, and that's why I think
it made more money.
Yeah, and that's why I think this movie has a much different tone with the trailers and everything, and that's why I feel it's gonna be better. And just to let you know, Cars 3 is not on my list. So
it's not.
It's not on my list.
Hell yeah. Okay, so number 6, Despicable Me 3.
Okay. Wow. So you have the enemies back.
Yeah, I have them back to back. I predict it's gonna make like maybe 85 opening weekend.
That's pretty good.
Like I said before, we talked about before. I said Despicable Me 1 made 56, 2 made 83, and Minions made 115 million. I think people just can't get enough of this franchise, and I think the older audience is gonna be pulled into it because Trey Parker is voicing the villain.
Have they established the villain in the trailer?
Yeah, the villain is some 80s character that's his niche. His niche is like 80s 80s guy. He wears like padded shoulder pads, and he listens to like Michael Jackson 80s music and stuff. And he's voiced by Trey Parker, the creator of South Park. So I think that aspect. Even when I saw the trailer, I was like, huh, I love Trey Parker.
Yeah,
maybe I want to go see that movie. So that's why it's on my number 6.
Awesome. And you can kind of easily almost say the same thing because with that franchise, because they took a false step with Minions, and like I said before, nobody's really happy that they went and saw that movie and contributed to its success. And plus, they're doing kind of like the trope where Drew has a twin brother, and what's his name, Drew and Brew, or
Gru and Drew.
And it's just really they have to go there.
I was kind of I was kind of excited when he had a twin brother and it was going to be voiced by Steve Carell, but Steve Carell, his brother Drew, still has an accent. I was like, why can't it be like an American accent or something? Like that would be cooler.
Yeah.
But it's hard to distinguish one of the, them two from each other from the trailer. Like I don't know, it's kind of that part kind of didn't work for me. But
yeah, I mean, I think it's got potential. I mean, they've had pretty good. The movies have been done successfully well. The previous two. All right, so that's your 7 and 6.
Yep. Now it's your turn.
Okay, my 7. Okay, my number 7. War for the Planet of the Apes.
You see, I didn't think so.
You didn't think so? Mm-mm. You didn't think?
But tell me why.
What, is it on your list?
It's not on my list.
Okay.
It's not. It barely missed.
Okay, so these movies do well.
They do.
They do well. They don't do as good as they should. The movies and the material far exceeds the reward that they're getting in the box office returns. I think these movies should be getting an opening like 90, 100, 110 million. I mean, they should be as big as franchises, as big of a franchise as Transformers or anything else like Despicable Me. I mean, they're in the third movie. They're all critically acclaimed. I think 1 and 2 have like Rotten Tomatoes score that's higher or 90 and higher.
Yeah.
So, I mean, War from the Planet of the Apes, I think, especially it's going to be the conclusion, just wrapping up the story, and the trailers look great. Woody Harrelson looks great as playing the main lead villain for the Human Resistance, and you know it's going to climax here. You know, the war between man and ape. These movies don't perform as well as they do, and hopefully I'm wrong on this one, and it's not number 7, and hopefully it lands in the 4-3 range.
Yeah,
you know, so to rounding out the summer, but that's what I chose as my number 7. So cool. Number 6, I put Wonder Woman.
You did?
I put Wonder Woman number 6, and
even though you claim it's gonna make over 100.
I know. What? Okay, so okay. I bet against the bet that I have against you with this opening weekend. That's betting on the small stakes. For the long game,
yeah.
This I would want this. You know, for the long game, this is where I think it's gonna end up.
Long game meaning when it gets out of theaters,
or like
it's not making any more money in theaters. Its overall total.
Yeah, exactly. The overall total.
It's going to minimize. Yeah, it's going to go down.
Yeah, because after the second, third week, or third or fourth week, that's where most of these movies, these blockbusters, just drop off. They make all of their money the first weekend. Second weekend, they try to recuperate or get those other people from word of mouth and those other reviews, pull those people in. Third and fourth, it's people that have not got a chance to catch it. They go and see it, or they're just kind of want to go and grab a second viewing. So that's where I think it's gonna fall in line. And right now, the estimates are 60, 70 million, which is a good number, I think. But it's
a solid number.
It's a solid number, but I wanted
millions of dollars.
I wanted to do much better, and I think it needs to do much better. I mean, this is the first female lead driven superhero movie, and this is also the 75th anniversary of Wonder Woman in the comics as a character as a whole. So it's a pretty big milestone, and it's also directed by a female director, Patty Jenkins, which she got Charlize Theron her Oscar nomination for Monster. So I think
it's fantastic.
Yeah, she's a great director, and I believe in everything. Hopefully this project does well, and hopefully, like I said, I want all these movies to do well. Some of these movies, I want some of these movies to do better than what I actually have them placed. So that's my number 7 is War for the Planet of the Apes, and then Wonder Woman.
And mine was Cars 3 and Despicable Me 3.
Okay, so you're gonna go and do your number 5. What's your 5?
My 5 is Wonder Woman.
Oh shit.
Yep. So just to piggyback on everything that you said, I agree with everything that you said. I want it to do well because there's a strong female lead, and I'm kind of tired of seeing all these dudes just monopolize the superhero genre.
Yeah.
Like where the women? What you got? Black Widow.
Yeah, well,
like,
but then
she kind of sucks.
Well, she's not that.
She does. Like, she's all right.
See, like, I think if they could make a good Black Widow movie, but I think they would have to do it like a espionage type thriller, like a Mission Impossible. To be something like that.
She really has like no powers.
Yeah.
I mean, what are the other women in superhero movies? Like
they could do
Gamora.
Yeah, the Gamora, or I mean, but even that, like think much wider, wider scale of the comics. You can do, they're gonna do that Gotham City Sirens, with the ensemble with Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and all that good stuff. And I think this is a good step. I mean, it's a good stepping stone, and they announced that they're gonna do the Captain Marvel.
They did.
Yeah, Captain Marvel. That, and then they announced a female director too. I can't remember her name offhand, but they just announced one. So, all right. So you got Wonder Woman as your number 5.
Number 5. Yeah.
Number 5. All right.
What you got?
My number 5, because we're kind of getting up there a little bit in what the numbers should be, or they should be getting much higher. I have Despicable Me 3.
Ooh.
So
flip flop.
Yeah, flip flop. And that was.
So you think it's gonna do better?
I think it's gonna do better. I think it's gonna do better because because it's animated.
Yep.
Animated movies tend to bring in all audiences. They bring in adults, teens, millennials, children, toddlers, and then also repeat viewings. I mean,
yes.
it's and then also it's the summer. Everybody's out of school. You don't really have to ask your dad or ask your mom to come see. Can I go see War of the Planet of the Apes? They're not gonna be like, I don't know how much violence is this. They're gonna be teaching the theory of evolution in this movie. I don't know. I
don't know about that. Lord Jesus Christ, he came down here. Well, yeah, he loves you, so I don't think you should.
So you don't. That's a much more open movie, and plus the concept. I mean, the idea looks funny. It's hilarious. It's Steve Carell. Everybody's having fun. The trailers look great. So
plus, it has minions. They love the minions, dude. I'm telling you.
I'm not. I think everybody's over the
minions.
Children
love the minions.
Everybody's over the minions. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
All right. So then we're gonna go on to 4 and 3. What's your number 4 and number 3?
Number 4, I have Transformers: The Last Night.
Okay, you have Transformers: The Last Night. Okay. Yep. Why do you have it number 4?
Dude, people love Transformers. They just, I don't know why. It's like, okay. I do know why.
Okay, go ahead.
It's something that you don't have to think about. It's something that you can just go to the movies, sit there with your significant other, your guy, your girl, and just have a good time and watch explosions, watch beautiful people, sexy people, watch machines kill each other, and not really have to think about anything. Not really any emotion attached to it either. So those movies do super well. Like going on history. Let's look at the Transformers history. Where is it? Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah.
$108 million. That opening weekend.
Yeah. Okay, but go ahead.
Dark Moon, $97 million opening weekend. Age of Extinction, $100 million opening weekend. And I predict this one's gonna make like 105, maybe 100.
Okay, and then recap for me.
And then
I'm expecting Wonder Woman to do this well, right?
Yeah.
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Wonder Woman's. It can't.
No, I'm
This
vouching.
franchise has its audience already, and those people are gonna guaranteed to go.
Yeah, but
they're gonna go.
You're right, but see, I think people do like Transformers, but they don't like these movies. And I don't know why people keep going to go see them. They're garbage. The cabbage. They're crap. I mean,
they are, dude.
Like you're saying,
they're so bad, and they're not even the type of bad that's good.
No, yeah, exactly.
It's just trying to be so serious that it just comes off as, dude, you don't know what you're doing. You guys don't know what you're doing. But a bad movie that turned out pretty good, like Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah.
And from what I've heard from reviews, Baywatch is bad, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what they were going for.
Yeah, and that's what they're
unrealistic things. And this movie is one of the most unrealistic plot points that you can have, and it's still bad.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's these movies. I mean, the whole idea of Transformers is far fetched, but the idea of grabbing that material and kind of just grounding it in our reality, but then it's just the plots are so convoluted. The characters are one dimensional. I mean, the only thing great about the movie is the special effects.
Hands down, they're fantastic.
But the thing is, when the action's going on, because you're not delved into the characters, the movie sucks. You ultimately don't care what happens to the lead or anybody else. Right. All right, so we're going on a tangent.
Yeah, that's fine.
On Transformers, but
you want to do number 4 or should I do number 3?
Go with your number 3.
My number 3, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yep. All right.
Dead Man Tell No Tales, which is a horrible title. Dead Man Tell No Tales. I get what you're going, but that's weird. I think it's gonna do better than Transformers. I think people are slightly getting tired of. I don't know if people are getting tired of Pirates of the Caribbean or not.
I'll speak for the people. They are.
From the box office, they are not.
Yeah.
They're just giving their money to this franchise. I saw the first one again a few months ago, and it's fantastic. The first one is great, but then after that, it just kind of just goes downhill, just like not even a slippery slope. It's like they're on a sled just going downhill, and it's bad. I think people are tired of it, but I can't argue with history. I can't argue with On Stranger Tides, 90 million, At World's End, 114 million, Dead Man's Chest, 135 million. God. These are all opening weekends.
God,
like, I can't argue with that. So it's got to be my number 4.
It's your number 4. All right. So yeah, I agree. So okay, so my number 4 that I have.
I'm sorry, Pirates of the Caribbean was number 3.
Oh, your Pirates was number 3.
4 was Transformers.
All right. So my number 4 is gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Okay.
And so the reason why I think right now, the way it is, I think it's tracking at about 160 or 160, 170 right now, US.
I think it's more than that. So the opening weekend was 146 million.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it's over 200 million. Like, I think it's over.
Because this is the third weekend. Is this the third weekend?
Yeah, it's the third weekend. It almost lost to Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant just barely beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be my number 4 because I think people are still going out to see it. People that are, 1, they can't see Alien Covenant, or 2, people were so upset that they didn't want to see Alien Covenant from Prometheus. They're gonna go and probably watch Guardians again, and I'm pretty sure there's even like a small group of people that are just fanboys that are like, hey, Wonder Woman comes out the weekend before, so let's try to drive this number up and watch our Marvel property so we can kind of shove DC out. I mean,
for sure. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I guess people are like that.
Yeah, there's oh, trust me. Yeah, there's people they're passionate.
Yeah, passionate Marvel fans,
and even passionate DC fans, fanboys. They'll be like, well, let's try to catapult this. They'll make Reddit threads and Facebook posts and groups and like, hey, let's go watch this movie over and
let's
over.
Buy 4 tickets, but only watch it once.
Yeah, or. Yeah, I mean, there's stranger things out there. I mean,
for sure,
stranger things have happened. So my number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Okay,
and I think it'll be deservedly so. Number 4, number 3, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
so
we agreed on that.
Yeah,
that's the only one that we have so far.
Yeah, that's the only one we have so far.
Okay,
and we don't really need to rehash it. I just think this franchise, they're claiming this movie to be the end, the final adventure, or what have you.
Yeah. ...
Unless I see Jack Sparrow dead, buried in a coffin, then I would believe it.
Isn't he dead?
No,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought he died.
I never saw the last.
I remember distinctively of a trailer with him dead and him like skeleton. I don't know.
I thought they brought him back.
Pissed at us because we don't fucking know this.
Well, hey, they're not gonna hit on us too hard because who can remember the plot of at World's End and On Stranger Tides? Like, who can remember the plot details?
Yeah,
I just remember. I rented them because when Blu-ray came out, Sony was pioneering Blu-ray, and it was their franchise hit, and that's when I watched them. I rented them on Blu-ray when you could rent movies back then. But I think this movie could have a resurgence for pirates and for people that want to kind of give it another go, and that's why. And plus, it just has a big draw. The Pirates name just has a big draw
for sure.
All right, so now we're gonna go into our top 2 movies that we
top tier.
Top 2 movies that we have
top 2 movies
for the summer. What is your number 2?
My number 2, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit.
It's gotta be up there, dude.
Okay.
And I'm going back to history again. Do you know how much money Civil War made in the opening weekend?
No.
Opening weekend, Civil War made $179 million.
Godly.
$179 million. And I think the marketing for Spider-Man: Homecoming is brilliant because the most recent trailer.
You're talking about the one that came out yesterday, or
was it yesterday, or maybe yesterday, the day before yesterday? I don't know.
Okay,
it might be yesterday. Where he's holding a camera and he's actually on site. When he's fighting in Civil War in the airport scene.
Yeah,
that's brilliant marketing, because first of all, he was in that movie. Second of all, you have to remind people that he was in that movie. Third of all, you have to remind people how good that movie was.
Yeah.
And then people are just going to want to flock to it. And it's another... People love Spider-Man. Like, people love Spider-Man. Spider-Man 3, how bad it was, made $151 million.
God.
Amazing Spider-Man 1, 62. Amazing Spider-Man 2, 90. It's like, people love Spider-Man. Kids love Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man, the character, the name, the brand, is an evergreen brand. It's like one of those things where no matter what, it's gonna make money. It's kind of like Super Mario. It's kind of, those things.
Yeah, it's gonna make money.
It's gonna automatically has a worldwide appeal. You cannot say the name Spider-Man and people not know who you're talking about, no matter where you are in the world.
Definitely.
So I mean,
and it appeals to adults too.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it's because of the role that Marvel has had on, like, they've been on a roll. Mm-hmm. Like, they haven't really made a really bad Marvel movie in a while. And I feel like it's going to continue this way.
Thor 2 says hello. No, just kidding. Nah, I've never actually...
Dude, I've never seen Thor 2.
Oh, no, I've never seen it either.
I've never seen Thor 1. I think Thor is the only one I haven't seen it.
To me, Thor, like, it's just... They're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
I don't know.
Everybody craps on Iron Man 2 for some reason. Everybody craps on it. I remember having a great time when I watched it in the theater. I know.
Like Mickey Rourke.
I know Mickey Rourke. I want my bird. Bring me my bird.
Bring me my bird. And then what's his name?
Is it Sam Rockwell?
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah,
Sam Rockwell's great in that movie too.
Yeah. I like him and the rivalry between him and Tony Stark.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, that's why I think Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man is my number 2.
Awesome. I agree with you. It's definitely up there. Okay, so for my number 2, it's surprise, Transformers: The Last Night.
I knew it.
So, yeah, I mean this movie just has so much on its name. It has so much on its back. I mean, they're reusing Mark Wahlberg, so I guess the Mark Wahlberg fans are already involved. The Michael Bay fans are already are jumping in on this movie. I mean, I guess the whole twist, the whole arc of this movie is that, oh wow, Optimus Prime is a bad guy. Now he's fighting Bumblebee. He's gonna be killing him. Why are you laughing? This is supposed to be serious. Michael Bay is making this movie. It's serious. Don't laugh.
No, you're right. I'm sorry.
There you go.
That was very insensitive.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like, imagine if you were sitting in the executive room and they were trying to... And
I laughed. I'd be like, who the fuck is this?
They're trying to fire him. Yeah, they're all trying to spit out these plot points and you just started laughing in the corner. But, yeah, this movie has just so much going for it, and I think it's going to do it. I'll be very surprised if it opens with, like, a 70, 80 million.
I don't think it's going to do that low either.
I mean, I would be surprised. It
was my number 4.
Yeah, so... It's gonna be up there. All right, so we're gonna be to our number 1 movie that we chose for this summer, to do the best, and again, not critically accepted, not by reviews, by critics or audiences. The number 1 movie that people are gonna flock to see this summer. What did you pick as number 1?
I picked Guardians of the Galaxy.
You picked Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yep.
What?
I did.
Oh, shit.
I think it's gonna make way more money than anything else.
Okay.
At the end of the summer, at the end of its reign, I think it's gonna make.
Okay.
It's gonna make a lot. It's gonna make almost 500 million. Probably more.
You're
domestic.
Yes, domestic. You're right. I mean, and it's possible, but
I just can't see. I mean, I guess I can see Transformers beating it, but I don't think so. I don't think Transformers is gonna beat it. I don't think Pirates is gonna beat it. Spider-Man maybe have a run for it, but nah, I'm gonna say Guardians. I'm gonna stick Volume 2.
Okay, no, that's good. Stick with it. It's bold. It's foolish, but stick with it. But okay, yeah. I mean, right now it's in the third week. It's almost lost Alien Covenant. And then Wonder Woman comes out. And so
yeah, but it almost lost Alien Covenant in its third week.
Yeah, in its third week, you're right.
Third week, his first week, it made almost $150 million.
You're right. You're right.
I can't see. There's no movies on this list is going to make that much opening weekend for sure. I do not think. Okay.
Spider-Man.
You think Spider-Man's going to make almost 150 million opening weekend? I think it's going to make maybe 120.
I think it's
115 maybe.
Okay. So, you know what? Let's carry on this conversation because my number one is Spider-Man.
Okay. That's my number two.
My number one is Spider-Man. And let me tell you a reason why Spider-Man is going to be number one. Because like you said, it's continuing on from Civil War. Everybody loves Civil War. Everybody loved that airport fight scene. It's in the latest trailer that Spider-Man was in there. He was self-recording himself. So he's like so arrogant, nonchalant that he's the character. They're advertising the character. People love Tom Holland being played by Spider-Man. Also, Robert Downey Jr. They're putting him front and center. He's in all the trailers. He's basically almost a side plot. Like he's almost... Like some people are saying like this is almost an Iron Man movie.
He's almost a part of the movie, yeah.
Yeah, because even him, they hint at a few part
of the plot.
Yeah, they hint at a big. I don't even want to say this because of I don't know why the last trailer, the international trailer, hinted at this, but there's a plot point between Tony Stark and everything else besides Spider-Man, and so it's kind of personal for Tony as well.
And it's like, whose movie is this? Yeah.
Yeah. And so, you know, they're trying to get people involved and trying to make people forget, hey, this isn't the Amazing Spider-Man 3, you know, because everybody hated the Amazing Spider-Man 2. They're trying to get a fresh idea saying, hey, he's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Robert Downey Jr., you know, you like this guy. Tom Holland, the new Spider-Man.
Michael Keaton has proved himself to be really
as
good.
As a villain, he's definitely up and coming. You know, he's an Academy Oscar winner, so I mean,
he was Batman. He was Birdman.
Yeah, it was Bird.
Why can't he be Vulture?
I mean, they all have either characters have symbolisms for.
They all have wings.
Yeah, I was about to say it. They all have wings.
Well, Batman has a cape, but it's like a wing.
But yeah, it's
Batwing. He has a Batwing.
Yeah, Batwing. But that's why I think Spider-Man's gonna be number one. It's gonna take it. It's gonna take it all.
That might be the only thing that I'm sort of unsure about. Is my 1 and 2. I couldn't decide if I wanted Spider-Man to be number one or Guardians. But I'm gonna have to go with Guardians.
You're gonna go. Spider-Man's gonna take it. Spider-Man's gonna take it all. Okay. But going back on this list, I feel like I would have placed maybe Wonder Woman a little bit higher.
Because you put it at 6.
Yeah, I put it at 6.
I put mine at 5.
But I remember when I was making this list, I changed 5 and 6 quite a bit. I was kind of. Going back and forth between those two.
Yeah.
All right. So then we have our whole list. We're going to go run through them from 7 through 1. So go ahead, Sammy, go ahead and go through your list for summer movies for the summer of 2017. You're 7 through 1.
All right. Number 7, Cars 3. People love it. Despicable Me 3. Despite what you say, Minions are still popular. They're always going to be popular.
Throw them away. They're trash.
5, Wonder Woman. Girl power. Let's do it. 4, Transformers, Last Night, whatever.
Whatever, 3, just sign it, make the check and sign it.
Just sign it. 3, Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man Tell No Man. Dead Man Tell No Tales. Horrible. 2, Spider-Man Homecoming. 1, Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right.
Yours?
All right, my box office list, number 7. I was the only one that placed this movie on the list, War for the Planet of the Apes. Number 6, Wonder Woman. Number 5, Despicable Me 3. Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 3, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Number 2, Transformers, The Last Night. And number 1, the winner of summer 2017, Spider-Man.
Not quite yet.
No,
but okay.
Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming. So yeah, he's gonna win. Okay. All right. So then now that we got the our list made for the summer movies of 2017, we like to hear what y'all think. So if y'all have any questions, comments, or again, make your own list. We would like to hear what you think are going to be some of the top movies for this coming summer.
Everybody, please tell Roger how much kids love Minions.
Hell no.
They love them, dude.
Hell no. You're gonna
at Top Tier on Twitter.
Tell us at Top Tier on Twitter. We want to hear any comments you have, feedback on what you think is going to be good, what you're looking forward to, and out of this order, I guess. No, I'm actually looking forward to some of these movies higher than others, but I think this is what the summer is going to pan out to be, monetary wise. But so now aside of going over what we think are going to be the top performers for the summer, we're kind of going to go over maybe some.
Wait. So Guardians wasn't on your list at all?
Yeah, it was.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
You just said it. I'm not listening. What am I here?
What am I here? Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go over some movies that we think maybe some hit and misses that are coming out during the summer. Could be underground movies or movies that are going to be coming out in between some of these bigger blockbusters. They're going to fly under the radar or possibly be overshadowed, and hopefully that's not the case. And hopefully I'm even more wrong, and these movies outperform some of the movies that we wish would be dethroned, such as the Transformers series or anything else. But
we're probably wrong.
Yeah, we're probably wrong. Yeah, it's just wishful thinking.
Well, we're probably right, not wrong. We're right about our bombs.
Yeah.
And these are bombs, just like monetary bombs.
Yeah, monetary.
Not really critical bombs.
Yeah, because a lot of these movies we're going to be talking about, I think I'm looking forward to some of these.
I'm looking forward to them too. There's not really in any particular order, but Dunkirk.
Oh,
I really want to see Dunkirk.
Oh my god, when you say that, it makes me sad.
It does make me sad because it's Christopher Nolan. Chris Nolan, he's going back to his, I don't want to say roots because he's not really done any war films, but his more dramatic roles, what is sort of like plot forward first, and his sort of human condition roles. This is it's a World War I movie. It's gonna be fantastic. I think it's gonna be fantastic.
Is it World War I or World War II?
I thought it was World War I.
Oh man, I'll double check. I'll check it.
I could be wrong, but just based on the costume design, it's alone. It looks like World War I.
Even the sequences in the trailer look amazing when they're on the battle fleet on the ships, and they're getting bombarded by the planes overhead.
And the planes look old as fuck. Yeah. They look like 1919 planes, so that's why I just thought it was World War I. But
yeah, this is World War II. It's
World War II.
Yeah. So
is it Americans?
Yeah.
Is it based on American soldiers or?
No, it's British, but
British soldiers.
But they're.
Oh, that's what that's what threw me off.
But based on the synopsis of the movie, it's supposed to jump between different viewpoints of different soldiers. So they're gonna have maybe the viewpoint of somebody in France that's down on the ground, somebody that's up in the air, for the British Army.
That's awesome.
Or the British Army.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's gonna have multiple viewpoints, but I agree with you. See, I
don't think it's gonna do horrible. I don't think it's gonna make its money back first weekend, anyways.
No, I don't think so either.
I think it's gonna have heavy. It's gonna have to have heavy influence outside of the U.S. in order to get its money back, because I think maybe it's gonna make 20 million. Maybe not even that.
I love Christopher Nolan. I love his movies. He's such a visionary, but I think I don't know his I didn't see Interstellar, and from what I've heard, people either they love it or they hate it. It's a yin and yang, and then some people just couldn't decide, and that's why you hear these people that I had to go watch it 4 or 5 times in the movie theater because I couldn't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
And every time I left, I was always debating with myself whether I like this film or not. And
it's very ambitious, and that's the type of director he is.
Yes,
he's a very ambitious director. He always tries, anyways, to deal with big ideas. Sort of in the Dark Knight, he tried to sort of revamp and try to really understand what the Joker is, because that's the only reason why the Dark Knight is so good is because of the Joker.
Yeah, it's really Heath Ledger that drives that movie.
Yeah,
Batman is a secondary character in that movie. It's really all about the Joker.
It's all about that. So yeah, so I think he has very big ideas, and Dunkirk, from what you were just telling me right now about the different perspectives, sounds like it's another ambitious sort of thing, and maybe it's gonna be more down to earth rather than in space, like Interstellar.
Yeah, and that was a
dumb joke.
I was like, oh I get it, because you said down to earth, because it's
no, that was horrible.
No, I actually just got it. I just got it because when you delivered the line, you just sounded in the same tone as everything else. So I was just like, yeah, are you trying to distinguish it?
I went through it as I was saying it, so it didn't come out as confident. But you got it.
Okay. All right. So Dunkirk.
Yeah, I think Dunkirk's gonna be.
I hope not. I really hope we're wrong about that one.
What about you?
A movie. Now this movie, I was really debating about. I'll put it at number 7. It was between this movie and War of the Planet of the Apes. I don't know what I think about this movie quite yet, and I really have to probably watch it. I don't want to see any more trailers for it. But the movie I'm talking about is The Mummy.
Oh yeah.
See, like,
I don't want to see any more trailers for it either. I feel like I'm just tired of it. It looks cool. I don't know though.
Yeah, it just kind of has a it doesn't, in my eyes, when I'm watching it, I want to see it, but it's not. I'm not quite blown away with what's happening in the trailer and everything. I just hope that they're hiding a lot of things behind it, and I want it when they announce that they're going to revamp and retool, this whole monster universe. They're going to bring back Frankenstein, bring back Dracula, the Bride of Frankenstein, which they just announced.
That's cool.
And they're getting high caliber actors, Javier Bardem and Anthony Hopkins. I wanted them to be dark and scary, and because when those movies came out and our parents saw them, some of these in the 1930s and 40s, 50s, these classic horror movies, they were scary. There wasn't like, let's go watch this movie to go have a good time. It was, let's go watch this movie to go get scared.
And
to be terrified,
Yeah, and have my girlfriend snuggle up against me because
yeah,
she's
exactly.
scared. Not just kind of like, Like, the reason why I liked the Brendan Fraser mummies is because it was Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
And it seemed silly. It was silly and it was fun. It was like, oh, let's go see an old treasure map. I found an old treasure map. Let's go find this gold. Yay, I'm Brendan Fraser. But this new mummy, I don't know why, but every time I see her, I see the actress playing the mummy, I think of Enchantress.
Yes, Suicide Squad.
And it just turns me down. Like, turns me off. I'm like, nope, I don't want another Enchantress. That was horrible.
See,
so,
like,
I don't know.
See, what I want. See, what I would like is I want to see a scene where they discover her tomb, or they discover something. They come across this temple, and she's being lowered down in chains or what have you, and she picks apart her limbs to get out of the chains which are supposed to be holding her capture, and then she kind of puts herself back together, and it's creepy, it's eerie, and
it is creepy.
It's creepy, it's eerie, it's something that's not natural. It's not. I think people horror, in my opinion, the things that scare me are things that are unnatural. And I think when you have something that's just so flamboyant out there, where she's shooting sand out of her hands and sand out of her mouth,
and she's doing these weird dances, like all wave dances, and like, I don't know.
Yeah, like to me that, I wouldn't feel as threatened if I saw something like that. I would be like, oh shit, we're screwed. But I wouldn't.
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, and I'll be like,
this is creepy.
Yeah, exactly. But they have Tom Cruise. The director is a first-time director. Alex Kurtzman, I believe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I believe he's written something before, but I think he's a first-time director on this project. But I'm hoping for the best, and the reason why is because these monsters are iconic.
Yeah.
They're the Mummy, the Invisible Man, the Werewolf, Dracula, Frankenstein. Like, Jesus, imagine if they fuck up all these monsters, and then it's kind of like,
just fuck them up.
You know what? Let's wait.
And then they cast Tom Cruise in every single one of them.
Yeah, and then it's just like, what if we have to wait another 75 years before we get to try another try at this? Like, don't fuck it up for us.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
But you are.
I mean,
I can tell.
It sucks. Like some of our parents are gonna be laying on their deathbeds and like they fucked it up and then they pass. Like God,
all I wanted to see was Frankenstein again.
But they
fucked it up. Why did they cast Kevin Hart?
God, they cast Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is the mummy.
Yeah. That's Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein. Yeah, but I mean, I hope it does well. So do you have any other movies that kind of stick out for you? That
a movie that I saw the trailer and I was completely terrified. This may be telling a bit too much about myself, but was 47 meters below, 47 meters down.
47 meters down.
47 meters down with Mandy Moore.
Yeah.
Because anybody who's seen Shark Week, or anybody who's seen anybody who goes inside this cage and goes in the ocean and like sharks spinning around him. I don't know about anybody else, but I think, dude, what if that cage snaps?
Oh,
and I fall
God.
all the way down and stuck in this cage in the blackness of everything. That's the most terrifying thing.
Well, not only that,
and that's what this movie's about.
But I can imagine. But they fall down 47 meters. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then they get stuck, like they're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when you're explaining your situation, I can imagine the cage snapping and you just going down into the depths and you continue to fall, and then you could just feel like the darkness. The air gets cooler. The air gets cooler because you're going down. The pressure, and then you just kind of want it to end at that point.
I'm
you just
hugging myself right now.
I know you just want to die, and then
that's terrifying, dude. I think it's a really.
You know what? I would hope. Like for suspense, I hope they had two cage divers, and that actually happens to one of them in the movie, and then the other one gets lucky and gets stuck on a rock.
Oh, dude, that would be nice.
And then the one
that would be really not nice, but that would be good.
And then the one that gets stuck on the rock is the one with Mandy Moore, and then the one that keeps going, they're like, oh shit, well she's gone. I mean,
she's gone.
Well,
she's dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
but then the movie revolves around the one that they're trying to save, and if she makes any sudden movements or she shifts her weight too much, or the shark rams into the cage, then it could that could happen to her. I hope they would do that.
So like I want this. I think this movie's gonna bomb.
Yeah,
but it's one of those ideas. Is like, why didn't anybody think of that before?
Yeah,
and those ideas and those movies are typically the best ones. I'm not too fond of shark movies. Besides Jaws, of course. Like The Shallows I'd never saw it, and I was like, whatever. Yeah. But
I've heard good things about it.
I heard good things about it too. But this one, just something about it, it just like has me tingling all over.
Yeah,
and the reason why
it's because you're submerged underwater,
just submerged and in the blackness. Oh my God! And your oxygen is just going out, and you're like stuck in the cage. Anyways,
I would rather just pull the pipes and just have all the water leak in and like get it over. I know it sounds real dark. I know it sounds real dark, but I was just like,
you got to keep the faith, man.
I know, but like this is happening slowly. Let's speed this up a little. You know?
Yeah.
No, but
the reason why I think that movie's gonna bomb is, one, I don't think Mandy Moore is that popular anymore. Two, I don't think people like shark movies that much.
Yeah.
And it's coming out the same weekend as Cars 3 and All Eyes on Me.
Oh, geez.
So it's completely overshadowed by those two movies.
Yeah, so I think I don't know if All Eyes on Me is gonna have the same impact as Straight Outta Compton.
I don't think it's going to. I think it's gonna have maybe the same amount of impact as like Notorious.
Oh yeah, Notorious.
And that one wasn't too bad in the box office.
Yeah, so I guess let's go through one or two more. Let me go ahead and try to find. You know what? I think one that's gonna completely. Well, actually, we were talking about this before we even started rolling. I think one movie that has the highest potential to do the best, or if not do the worst this summer, and that's because of the budget. That's because the name behind it, and that is because of the concept of this idea, this movie. And I might even say the title, and some people will be like, "What? Huh?"
Let's say the title at the same time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Not Job.
Not Job. That's why I didn't even talk, because when I was like, you're setting me up for something.
No, go ahead.
Okay, no, but the movie I'm actually talking about is Valerian and the City of 1,000 Cities, or 1,000 Planets.
Yeah, it looks okay. It looks very interesting.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Ender's Game.
I never saw that one.
I never saw it either, but it just, because it's in space, it's galactic, and it kind of reminds me of like a much serious like Galaxy Quest, like super serious.
Yeah, I can see that. But you see a lot of elements of the Fifth Element in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, and it's from the director.
I know
of
it's
the
from
film.
Luc Besson. It's the same. It's the same. I see it,
and that's why it piques my interest, and that's why I mean, and he's executive producing this movie. He has a lot of his money in this movie.
Yeah.
So he's backing this movie way up, and he really believes in this project. And if you watch the movie, the previews, the trailers, man, the shots look gorgeous. CGI looks great. I mean, it's either set up to do great or it's set up to fail.
Yeah.
Really hard.
I can definitely see it failing.
I don't see this one kind of being in the middle ground. It's just it's all or nothing. Big risk, big risk or low reward or high reward.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much. I mean, outside of Dunkirk, that's pretty. What I'm really looking forward to this summer. I mean, there's other movies here and there. We're going to be watching these movies and discussing with them as they come out in the following weeks to come. So we definitely have a lot to look forward to. Is there anything off the top of your head that you want to say or go through for the summer?
Just I hope Baby Driver does well.
Oh yeah, Baby Driver.
Baby Driver, the Edgar Wright, written and directed by him. I love his movies.
Yeah,
I think he's one of the best directors working today.
I put him in the same class as like Shane Black. I mean, because he has that originality. He has the great characters, but he performs, moderately okay. No, actually, he underperforms in the box office.
He does underperform in the box office.
Similar to Shane Black, with the Nice Guys
But his particular style of directing and his writing style is unique.
Yes.
And it's different from anything that's out there today. So I feel like it doesn't get a lot of publicity.
No,
because of that.
It doesn't.
It's hard. It's hard to be unique in Hollywood.
But also his movies are even though the treatment of the movie is not on a high scale, they just don't have the budgets. It's just not a wildly insane budget. It's and that's just all. It all comes down to the money. I mean, how much eyes you can get on it, kind of thing.
Yep.
But so if that Baby Driver is coming out, let me take a look at when it's coming out. June 28th. So if it's coming out near you, support those type of movies, the original movies, the original ideas, those IPs. I mean, because if you don't go see it, we're not going to get any more of those. So
that's true.
Yeah. So I guess that's definitely something else you can take away from here. So
go watch Dunkirk too.
Yeah, watch Dunkirk. Support that Chris Nolan. Michael Bay has enough money already.
He has.
Yeah. So
more than enough.
More than enough. All right, guys. So again, we appreciate you listening to us. Again, if any feedback, hit us up. If you have any movies you're looking forward to, if you want to create a list of your own to match up with us, or even dispute us, compete with us, it's all in good fun. So you can reach us at the Tier Show. Do you have a social media that people can reach out to you, Sam?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Hugo House.
Hugo House. All right, cool. My personal Twitter is XXYourDisease. That's also my gamer tag for my Xbox Live. Feel free to message me, hit me up for any challenges, any game invites, anything you want to throw down, as long as I'm free. Be more than happy to hang out with you guys. So, again, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all next time.
See you guys.